Hi, I'm Honey the dietitian, and welcome to Healthy Made Simple, where I show you how to make healthy eating simple. In this video, I'll be sharing some packaged travel snacks that you can bring with you on the go if you're going to be traveling anytime soon or going on a long trip. Now, we do have some travel plans coming up, so I'm trying to look ahead and get some snack packs ready for us. And I picked up some stuff from Target, so I wanted to show you what I'm going to bring with us for our trip so that we have ready available snacks for us while we're on the go. Now, of course, these aren't going to be the best options. The goal would always be to be able to do fresh fruits and vegetables and whole grains, but that's not necessarily reality for a lot of people, including myself, when we're traveling. And I'm trying to avoid having to buy snacks at the airport or on the airplane and have some options for us that are going to be filling and that are going to be healthier options as well so that we have something readily available. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be packing them into my Ziploc bags, and I'll include a link down below for these. I really like using things like this so that everyone has their own pack of snacks, and I don't keep getting asked, Mom, what do we have to eat? I'm hungry. And I can just say, hey, grab your snack pack and grab whatever is in there. So I'm going to take all the stuff that I got from Target and start putting them into individual bags and show you along the way what I bought so that it hopefully gives you some inspiration and ideas for snacks and packaged items that you can pick up, whether you're traveling or whether you're looking for something ready-made and easy to go and a healthier option as well for any time that you need snacks on the go. All right, if you're interested, stay tuned to see what I picked up from Target. Let's go. Now, when I'm shopping for items like this, I actually prefer to do my shopping online so I can take the time to look at the nutrition labels, read through the nutrition facts, and see what I'm going to be getting. I find that I struggle with doing that when I'm at the grocery store in the aisle and I'm like cruising through and looking at each item, and I tend to get impatient, but I am way more patient when I'm sitting in front of my computer and doing it. And I love that Target has an option for pickup, so I can just add things to cart that I know that are going to be available for pickup and get it all picked up at the same time to save me some time as well too, while still making some healthy choices. All right, as I go through, I'm going to show you what I look for with all of these items. The first two that you're seeing on here are going to be the Kind breakfast protein bars. And I have the dark chocolate cocoa version and the almond butter version. Now, our limitation with a lot of items like this is that my son is allergic to peanuts, cashews, and pistachios. And that does limit a lot of items. Cashews and pistachios you don't find as much, but peanuts tend to be used very commonly, especially in higher protein options because it's a really easy source of protein. So I do have to be extra careful about reading all the nutrition labels to make sure we're avoiding the allergens that we cannot have around my son. That's why I like both of these options because they do not have peanuts or any of the other nuts that he's allergic to. But anytime I'm looking for something like this, I want to show you the nutrition label and give you an idea of what I am looking for. Now, first and foremost, from a calorie standpoint, with anything I'm getting, I want it to be at least 100 calories, ideally closer to 150. And I want it to be that because I want it to be filling. There's nothing worse than having a snack of some sort and it feels like you barely ate anything and you're now reaching for the next snack. I want these to be filling options, and at least 100 to 150 calories is a good option for one item because most likely it's going to be paired with something else. So then now you're closer to about 200 to 300 calorie range, which is more realistic for a snack and for a portion of a meal as well too. And then in terms of the other ingredients, fats, I'm typically not as concerned about. I do look at the saturated fats to see how high it is. And if it's something that's really, really high in saturated fats, I will try to stay away from it. But other than that, I am looking at the fiber, the sugars, and the protein. Now, fiber, the more fiber it has, the better, because fiber is going to keep you full. So the more fiber we can get from any packaged products, better. And in terms of sugars, of course, we want to keep the sugars as low as possible. And unfortunately, with packaged things like this, they always tend to be on the sweeter side. I find it hard to get things that are going to be kind of or more on the savory side and even on the saltier side that are easy packaged products besides chips. Now, there are healthier chip options out there, but chips tend to be bulky for packing. So I tend to stay away from that because there's a lot of air in the bag, and I'm trying to go for things that are more compact package that are going to be easy to pack into our snack packs. So in terms of the sugar content, I'm going for 10 grams of sugar or less. And you'll hear me mention that number a lot. That is typical guideline that I like to use for myself and that I recommend as well too when you're getting a packaged product to go for 10 grams or less in the serving that you're going to be consuming of that product. And now I do keep in mind that when we're traveling, most likely we're going to pass that 10-gram mark pretty easily when we're having multiple of these components. But if I can at least keep each one under 10 grams, then that's a win for me at the end of the day versus if each item had 20 grams of sugar, now we're way up there in our sugar intake, even when we're traveling. So that's what I'm looking for with that. And then of course with protein, as high as it can be with protein. What I love about these is that these have 8 grams of protein per serving. Now, a serving of these is 2 bars, and there are packs of 2 in there, and I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so this is what one of them looks like. There's 2 bars in there, and they're pretty tiny bars. So 8 grams of protein is a pretty good deal for such a small snack that we're going to be consuming, and that's going to give us a decent amount of protein. Plus, in terms of fiber, these have 3 grams of fiber and 10 grams of sugar. So that's not too bad for something that's going to be a healthier option. This can also be really good if you're looking for something for breakfast on the go. I wouldn't recommend this every day, but it's a nice alternative if you're looking for something a little bit on the sweeter side for your breakfast. For example, if you like to do donuts in the morning, this is a great alternative because it's still going to give you a level of sweetness, but you're also getting fiber and protein from it at the same time. So these are the 2 that I picked up from Kind in terms of their breakfast protein bars. So I'll add those to my snack packs. Next, I have these soft bake bars from Simply Mills. I love Simply Mills as a brand. They typically use almond flour for a lot of their products, which tends to work well for us because my son is not allergic to almonds. So that's kind of one of my go-tos. But these 2, I would say, compared to the Kind breakfast protein bars, these are a little bit more of a sweet snack, I would say, kind of almost like a dessert alternative. As they're not as filling, they're a little bit lower in fiber and protein. And in terms of their sugar content, they're right around the same. This has, I believe, 8 grams of sugar in 1 bar, 2 grams of fiber, and 3 grams of protein. So it's not perfect, of course, but it is a nice alternative option to be able to have on hand so that we have some variety. And in terms of the flavors, I have the nutty banana bread one and the chocolate brownie one. And you can tell just from the names alone that it really does sound more like a dessert. I do highly recommend these if you're looking for a sweet dessert alternative that's like a packaged snack that's going to be a healthier option. Simply Mills also has some mixes that you can buy and make at home too. So look into this brand if you're looking for kind of a healthier dessert option. But these 2 are what I'm going to pack for our snack packs for the trip. And with these, you just get 1 bar. So with the Kind breakfast protein ones, we had 2 bars in there. These have just 1 bar in them. So again, it's not going to be as filling, but it's better than eating, chocolate or a real brownie or a real cookie on the road. And this will kind of help satisfy our sweet tooth. And size-wise, they're kind of right around the same as the Kind breakfast protein bars, not too much bigger, and 160 calories in each of these, which I would say is a lot for 1 small bar. But again, if you're using this kind of like a dessert alternative, a great option to have that's going to give you some fiber and protein at the same time. So I'll pack these into our bags as well. All right, the next one I have are these Nature Valley biscuits with almond butter, and it's the cinnamon almond butter flavor. And it's 2 biscuits with a layer of almond butter in between. Now, I picked these up mainly just to have another alternative, and I didn't want to buy more of the same items. I would say from a nutritional standpoint, this is probably the unhealthiest of the sweet options I got. It's got 11 grams of sugar, which does go above my 10 grams that I'm going for, but close enough that I'd say, okay, that's okay. 3 grams of fiber and 3 grams of protein. So not ideal, but again, not a bad option, especially compared to like a regular Nature Valley granola bar. I would say something like this is better. This is because you're getting the almond butter in there, which is giving you a little bit more protein with it. So just another alternative for us to have on hand in case we run out of all the other stuff and we still need something else on top. So let me show you what these ones look like. And again, those nutritional facts that I show you are just for one sandwich. So it's not super duper filling, as they're not, again, the biggest sandwiches. It's really small, I would say, for the nutritional content. So that's why I say this is probably the unhealthiest one out of all the sweet ones that I picked. But, and again, another alternative to have on hand in case we run out of all of our other snacks, because I'm hoping all these snacks will tide us over both on the way there and on the way back. So I do want them to last, and I want enough options available for us. All right, I'll pack these into our bags too. All right, next option I have are these going to be Ritz bites with some cheese. So these are basically little Ritz crackers with cheese filling in the middle. Now I had a lot of trouble finding things that were not sweet, but more on the savory, salty side that were going to be healthy, balanced snacks. It was just really hard to find anything that was going to be shelf stable like that. That wasn't necessarily a chip option. So I opted for these. Nutritionally, not the greatest, but it's not horrible either. Each pack is 150 calories. There's no fiber, which I would prefer to have some fiber in there. It's only 4 grams of sugar, which is understandable considering this is not a sweet option. And there is 2 grams of protein, which is not bad. Again, I would prefer that to be higher, but it is hard to find packaged snacks that are going to be not sweet, chocolate, desserty type options that are going to be on the saltier side. So this is what I opted for, just to give us a little bit more variety in what we're bringing. And it's a 12 pack, so there's plenty in there to last us for the whole trip there and the whole trip back. And I'll show you what this one looks like too, if you've ever had these. They also have them in like the little kind of slide, like that size containers, but I think this will kind of be easier for us to pack into our snack bags, and the pack is about that big. So I don't know how many are in one of these packs, but probably if you pair this with another option, that'll be okay to kind of tide you over for a snack, and it just gives something that's going to be a saltier alternative. And the last item I have are these Triscuits Thin Crisp, and I got the original one. They do have a lot of different flavors that are more appealing to me, but I wasn't sure if my toddler would eat them. I believe I saw one that was garlicked. That looks pretty good. There's a rosemary one that I saw. So look to see if there's any other flavors that speak more to you than just the original, but I went with the original just to keep it safe. And something like this actually has a lot of fiber and protein for what you're getting. And I did want a salty option like that. For this one, for 15 crackers, you get 4 grams of fiber and 3 grams of protein, which is great. 15 crackers is a lot of crackers to go through. Now, by itself, this is probably going to be pretty plain. So I'm hoping that in our travels, we'll be able to either pick up maybe like little cream cheese cups, which I believe I can get from Starbucks if they still sell them. I'm not sure if they do. Or little guacamole cups, which I think Starbucks does have their avocado spread cups that you can buy. Or if I come across Dunkin' Donuts, I believe Dunkin' Donuts sells those as well. Or some sort of a dip to go with this. It's going to be pretty plain on its own. It needs something to dip with it. Or maybe if I find some like string cheese along the way. I'm not looking to pack anything that I'm going to have to refrigerate, but maybe something simple like that that I can pick up at the airport to pair with this could be a good option to make it a more filling snack altogether. So it could be like kind of like cheese and crackers, or crackers and a dip. But something like this is great if you're looking for a cracker option to incorporate as part of your snacks. Something like this is really good because you do get protein and fiber from it, and it's a much healthier option, and you can try the different varieties of flavors that are out there. So with these, I'm going to put them into little Ziploc bags to add into our snack pack along with everything else. And there we go. I have our snack packs all ready to go. Now, again, as I mentioned, of course, if we can find ways to get some fresh fruits and vegetables and other protein options along the way, we will, of course, but this at least gives me an option to have some ready prepared snacks for the airplane if we do get hungry on the way and want something to snack on and don't want to purchase it there, so that everyone has their own snack pack like this with all their different snacks in there and can pick and choose what they like. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope to give you some ideas about packaged snacks and what to look out for when you're looking at that nutrition label to see if it's a healthy option or not, and how you can make sure your snacks, even when they're packaged, can be filling options. And thank you so much for watching Healthy Made Simple. If you have not already done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for my future videos where I'll continue to share my tips and tricks like this to make healthy eating simple and easy. And be on the lookout for a future video from my travels. I will be making a video while I'm traveling to show you what I'm going to eat and how I make healthy choices even when I'm on a vacation, so that I can continue to live a healthy lifestyle while still enjoying my vacation at the same time. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.